Yours isn't?
Okay.
I was gonna say, they're on.
All right. I'd like to call to order our regular board meeting of July 17th, 2023. And again, we'd like to welcome you to our Buchanan Community Schools Board of Education. All of our meetings and the agenda have been posted in all of our buildings, central office, and our website, and the agenda is also there as well. Of course, if you're visiting with us today, you can pick up an agenda in the back as well to follow through the meeting. Oh. I didn't know what to hear me. Anyway, of course, our board members receive the agenda and the accompanying items, that documentation or artifacts ahead of time in order to prepare, in order to participate and ask questions and comments being made that are representative of their full participation in fulfilling the duties of their office. And of course, this is the meeting of the Board of Education in public for the purposes of conducting the district's business and is not to be considered a public community meeting. We do have a place for that and recognize the importance of public comments as part of our agenda. And of course, if anyone is wanting to make a public comment, we request that you fill out a public comment card so that we can have your information and return contact with you, especially if there's questions that need to be followed up on. And with that said, let us stand and do our Pledge of Allegiance. And with that said, roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Here.
Miss Berry?
Here.
Miss Brackett?
Here.
Miss Lesh here, Dr. Carlin's out of town, Miss Ryder?
Here.
And Dr. Burnett.
Here. Moving on to the adoption of the agenda. May we have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion that the board approves the agenda for the board meeting of July 17th, 2023 be adopted as written.
Support.
And no amendments, correct? So roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Miss Berry?
Yes.
Miss Brackett?
Yes.
Miss Lesh, yes. Miss Ryder?
Yes.
And Dr. Burnett.
Yes. And moving on to recognition of visitors, we welcome you all to our board meeting. And it's everybody that's normally here. Welcome, everyone. And also those out in the viewing, streaming land, we welcome you as well. And let's move on to information reports and new business. Human Resource Committee.
This group, which was myself and Ruth and Carrie and Trish, met on July 5th to discuss the typical agenda of open positions, who had been hired or where we were in the interview process for positions, as well as what actions were being taken as we reviewed kid care staffing to make sure that we were exploring all opportunities with that. And then from there, an additional meeting was scheduled for July, I'm going to go off the top of my head, I believe it was 11th, to discuss superintendent contract. And that was only the board members of Kelly, Ruth, and myself that were present at that meeting.
Okay, very good. Any questions? All right. Moving around to item G, public comment. And there is no public comment cards.
I have none.
And we will move on if everybody's okay with that. All right. And let's move to the adoption of consent agenda. May we have a motion, please?
I make a motion that the Board of Education approves the consent agenda for the regular board meeting of July 17th be adopted as written, which includes the minutes from June 19th, 2023's regular meeting, the warrants, the treasury and expenditure reports from June 2023, the recommendations to hire is submitted for McKenna Carter, special education teacher at Buchanan Middle School, Jane Mitchell as substitute bus driver, Brandolyn Lawrence as second grade teacher, Abigail Yohe as third grade teacher, and employment departures, Jane Mitchell as the outdoor education coordinator, effective June 30, 2023.
All right. And let's go ahead and have roll call on that.
Support.
Oh, I need one of those.
Who's support? Thank you.
Ruth. All right.
Okay.
Roll call.
Sorry, flip my page. Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Berry?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Carlin? Oops, sorry. Ms. Ryder?
Yes.
And Dr. Burnett?
Yes. Moving on to item I, recommended action, and I1, BBA graduation certification. May we have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion upon satisfactory completion of district requirements for high school graduation. The Board of Education approves Buchanan Virtual Academy students Bianca Moon and Alicia Reynolds, and Buchanan Step-Up student Jasmine Romansky.
Support.
All right. Ms. Robinson, any additional comments?
Congratulations to all of them, and thank you for continuing to moving forward with your education. So,
Okay. And congratulations as well. Any other questions or comments?
Nope, congrats.
All right. And roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Berry?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Ms. Ryder?
Yes.
And Dr. Burnett?
Yes. Moving on to item I2, selling and scrapping of buses and vans. May I have a motion, please?
I move the Buchanan Board of Education approves the following recommendations by Transportation Supervisor Nate Will. Sell bus 2002 Bluebird TC 2000, scrap bus 7, 2012 Bluebird Vision, scrap van 20, a 2002 Dodge Grand Caravan, and sell van 23, it's a 2007.
Support.
All right. Ms. Robinson?
this report was submitted to the, I believe, the Facilities Committee, and just based on various reasons, age, non-use of some of the vehicles, and some of them have already been used for part replacement. So.
Okay. All right. Any questions or comments from board members?
I appreciate Nate doing the thorough, like, breakdown of each of the vehicles, so.
All right. Roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Berry?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Ms. Ryder?
Yes.
And Dr. Burnett?
Yes. Moving on to item I3, Superintendent Salary Amendment. May we have a motion, please?
I move the Buchanan Board of Education approves the salary agreement for Superintendent Robinson.
I'm going to add amendment into that. Salary amendment agreement.
Amendment, did I miss that word?
Yeah.
I do apologize.
Support.
The amendment too?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay, the word amendment.
All right. So that everybody understands it's a salary amendment agreement for the superintendent. All right. And we have a support. All right. Any question or comments from board members? All right. Anything else to add, Kate?
Nope, this is collaboration of the HR committee as well as finance committee to make sure there's not a recommendation that doesn't make sense. And I think some understanding of what the market drives is important as well. So, good discussions.
Okay.
And it's in line with the contract
And
agreement.
per her contract, I was just
In line
gonna say,
with the
per her
contract.
contract,
Yep.
we're
Okay.
supposed to review once a year, so.
Correct. All right. And roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Berry?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Ms. Ryder?
Yes.
And Dr. Burnett?
Yes. Very good. And Ms. Robinson, please continue to do an outstanding job, and longevity is great.
Thank you.
I think we should also share that this was post the conversation regarding goal performance and where
Correct.
we are to goals as well. And next year, we've made an adjustment so that this happens a little bit earlier to align with the budget, but obviously, budget was a big portion of the discussion,
Correct.
so,
Okay. Very good.
thank you.
All right. Question, comments from board members?
Yep, just one. We had two eighth grade students coming into the high school next year, applied and were accepted to the Berrien County Math and Science Center,
Okay.
which is a competitive process for 8 to 10 local school districts. So very proud of them and wish them all the best in their academic endeavors.
Very good. Anyone else?
I would like to say it's always interesting when alumni from Buchanan come back to Buchanan. We have seen this on so many occasions, and I'm just intrigued by how many students who walk these halls are now staff who walk the halls, and that says a lot about our school system.
Right. Very good.
There's been a lot of work on hiring for our open positions, and it's really nice to see the positive, the write-ups of who we're hiring and what their experience is. So it's nice to see those positions being filled. So nice work, and kudos to all of the administrators who I know are spending summer hours doing this.
Lots of time interviewing, yeah.
Okay. And just kudos out to our school district. I mean, we've had people in the community making positive comments about our schools, about our teaching, our staff, and everything like that. So that's a really good one. And also congratulations to Phil and the Megahertz, and
Yeah.
hopefully did really good on the fundraising and stuff like that. And really good stuff going on in Buchanan and in our school district. So, all right. And anything else? All right. Our next board meeting is going to be Monday, August 21st. More likely that, well, it depends. Ruth, you may have to chair that one.
Okay.
All right. But other than that, we will stand